Bonjour, mon cœur. It's your Archon of Wisdom. I'm here. I'm queer. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Mother's Day to all you mommies out there, all you caretakers, grandparents, all you single dads included, and all you non-binary bitches who birthed a child. That's right. Even if you didn't birth the child from an orifice. Happy Mother's Day to you. All right. Today we're going to talk about possibly a mother's worst nightmare. Possibly the most hated person on the internet. That's right. We're going to talk about one and only James Charles. Now, I can already hear you say, Archon, why are we talking about James Charles in the big 2026? And let me tell you, it's because this gentleman cannot shut his mouth, no matter what. Oh my God. It's just like Colleen Ballinger. Y'all are perfect for each other. Y'all should get married, have a lavender marriage or something, because my Lord, y'all are so perfect for each other. Neither of you can stay off the internet and just shut your mouth. But no, James Charles is back in the news because of a very interesting post he made on TikTok. Now, going through the story, it was on his TikTok rant account. From what I understand, the original clips are taken down from his account itself, but it's still out there. You guys can still look at it. It is TikTok, so there are real uploads, But essentially what was happening was James was recounting a story where a person who he claims is not a fan, but a person had messaged him and was like, "Hey James, really love your content. Just wondering if you could share this around. I just lost my job from the Spirit Airlines layoffs." And then a link to a GoFundMe. And this apparently made James Charles so violently angry. Because he went on this massive rant about how people need to pay. It was a very Republican type beat, honestly. If it was very just pull up your bootstraps and go look for a job and stop being a lazy piece of crap. The Spirit Airline layoffs just happened. Nobody gets a job nowadays immediately after being laid off or immediately after losing a job. Before I was disabled due to my illness, I was out of work for a very long time, and that is hugely because of what happened after COVID. In my town, even though we are close to DC, so we are close to a major city, but it is still 30 minutes away. So in my town, a lot of the jobs were no longer available because COVID had completely wiped out our mall, our shopping centers, our retail stores, and that's kind of all that I did beforehand was retail. Now, don't get me wrong, that didn't stop me from applying for every single job I possibly could. Baker assistant, daycare assistant, teaching assistant, literally anything that I could humanly apply for, I applied for. And I still did not get a job, guys. That was 2020. I think I did not get a job until 2021 or 2022, so at least a whole year, guys. And that's not abnormal. I've been out of work longer in previous years, just because it's not an easy job market to just go. You can't just go apply and get a job. You can't just walk into places. Most places don't even have paper applications. So there's all these different dynamics to job hunting. And James don't ever tell me that you know anything about job hunting, because you don't, honey. You don't. Okay? And as much as you want to claim you know about the real world because you have friends in the real world, supposedly, who are looking for jobs and need jobs, that doesn't equate to personal experience. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, I have personal experience birthing a child because a lot of my friends have birthed children and I've been present for the birth. That doesn't mean crap. I still don't know what it's like to physically birth a fetus from my cuckoo. Like, so that's not gonna equate to the same thing. That just doesn't work. And you know what else doesn't work? James Charles! James Charles doesn't work. Okay? Never worked a day in his life. Alright? I'm pretty sure he was a millionaire by the time he was 18. So, let's not forget that. It's extremely privileged. It's extremely weird to even go on a rant about it. Just ignore it. I mean, my God. First of all, it's not normal and it's not average to just message creators that you like. I can think of maybe 3 or 4 times that I have actually messaged a creator that I like for any random reason, okay? I mean, even just to be like, I love your stuff, you're great, encouragement, like, and I don't expect that stuff to be seen, okay? I don't have any expectations about it. And this person probably didn't even have any realistic expectation either. She was just trying a Hail Mary. She was just trying to see if she could get any support. I understand that, you know, when I wanted to go do things for myself after being diagnosed, I started a GoFundMe. And yeah, it didn't get crap, and that's how a lot of people's GoFundMes work. A lot of people really need help and don't get any help because their family, their friends are all systemically poor and don't have the ability to help. So yeah, the only help they're gonna get is from a benevolent deity like James Charles, as messed up as that is. You know, he even says it himself. Closed mouths don't get fed. So you have to ask for help. You have to humble yourself to ask for help when you need it. That's how life works. Nobody is going to help you just because they see you down and out. Very rarely does that happen, you know? You can't count on things like that. You know, and James Charles, it was not within your power to be the all benevolent savior, okay? Calm down. You don't have all the money in the world, thankfully. You know, you're not Epstein, although there are some similarities. Because let's not forget, at the end of the day, you're yapping your mouth when you like to put your mouth on little boys. Okay? You're yapping your mouth when you like little boys. So, I don't really care what you have to say. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're always going to be a terrible person because you like little boys. And that's always going to be that. That's never going to change, okay? In my opinion, in my research, that ish doesn't change. So, and you have made absolutely no recourse or effort to change it. So, you know. Oh, and aren't you supposed to not be using TikTok? Right, because didn't you say that you were misusing TikTok? And that's why you had to stop. So why is it that you have a rant account anyway? Answer me that. Riddle me that, Batman. Okay. Because I don't understand it. I don't see what the point is. But let me know what you guys think. Oh my God, my voice cracked. Let me know what you guys think below. Comment, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Bang it out. I love you very, very much. Again, happy Mother's Day to you if there is a fetus in your life. I love you very much. Drink your water. Be kind to animals. Go give your motherly figure a mwah, smooch. And I love you. Bye, guys. Bye.